How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Merrycrest sessions. It is Tuesday, September 19th. We're on here with Chris Hamlett. I want to thank you all, as always, for supporting local music. Let's get the show on the road, shall we?
Yeah. As he said, my name is Chris Hamlett. And thank you, Steve, for having me. Through the years, we've all been tested, and our foes have all been bested. Even though we took plenty of lumps ourselves, our time on earth is fleeting, so let's celebrate our meeting and take our best bottles down off the shelves. Now draw one long pour, then pour a little more, and we'll drink deep together tonight. Yeah! Gathered at the Morning Star Saloon, looking to tie a mean one on. Johnny said someone better have some angels on standby, 'cause the devil on my shoulders calling all the shots tonight. So raise your glasses to the sky, 'cause we all someday will die. Broke the seals on 7 bottles of whiskey when 4 bikers rolled into town looking to start a fight. I called to Jim, Jack, Jerry, and John, and the floor shook like an earthquake when the brawl broke out. So raise your glasses to the sky, 'cause we all someday will die. Air, like the sound of trumpets, but the chaos raged on. A third of the bar crowd got the hell out of Dodge, but the barmaid reluctantly remained. She cried to Johnny, but her words could not be heard over the sound of breaking glass. The law arrived and took 7 shots, then it all went straight to hell. Woke up in a brand new jailhouse, thanking God we're all alive. My father arrived with disappointment on his face and said, "You're no son of mine." So raise your glasses to the sky, 'cause we all someday will die. Yeah. Thank you. It's one thing about being solo is that there's these awkward silences. But that's okay. You've been waiting for an excuse to start this argument. Some tangible catalyst to act as your scapegoat. Something this small should not cause such a dichotomy, but here it is, growing between us. And you'll say love has torn us apart, but I'll know better. You've got no good reason for acting so distant, so blame it on the first thing you see. Now pull out your scripted argument against something that's dear to me. Something this small should not cause such a dichotomy, but here it is, growing between us. And you'll growing between us. And you'll say love has torn us apart, but I'll know better now. The animals on the altar, prepared for sacrifice. You're holding your knife high, but I'm not prepared to let it die. Oh, let it die. Oh, let it die. Oh, let it die. Oh, let it die. Yeehaw. Something that Bob Dylan never told anybody, well, I guess he didn't have to deal with it, is that your beard hair does absolutely get caught in these harmonica holders. That's a thing. Maybe that's why you don't see too many bearded harmonica players. Think about it. This next song is called Mass Market Merchandising. It's about being a slave to the grind. Step right up, see what we have to offer. Everything you want and nothing you need. I want a good life at a great price, without having to go to an all-purpose store to get it. Now the market's in a frenzy. Too much demand, not enough supply. So let's make some cutbacks. Sacrifice till we get by. I want a good life at a great price, without having to go to an all-purpose store to get it. Forget clinging to the simple things. It's the unattainable that gives us something to strive for. Get caught up in material gain until you're nothing but a number. Right. Yeah. Gonna get me a little sip of this here beer, and then we'll go right into the next one. Cheers to you if you're watching. I can't see comments or anything, but thanks for tuning in. Oh, okay, cool. Steve said he'll relay comments if you make a comment. I'm gonna play a softer tune for you. It's a song I wrote about my grandmother's house. I've watched love blossom, roots planted in solid ground, all the years of seeds being sown, gleaning knowledge and hope unbound. Now the wind's the only thing that keeps me rocking. Weeds and vines have overtaken this town. The grass between the concrete has turned from green to brown as a cool breeze passes through, shaking these old rusty chains. The ghosts of all the generations past push this old porch swing. Initials carved in hearts, catching fireflies in jars. Nights spent lying in fields, staring up at the stars. There are whispers in the evening air, heard in the creaks of these boards. Memories washed away by the sands of time, fade away but never die. As a cool breeze passes through, shaking these old rusty chains. The ghosts of all the generations past push this old porch swing. They used to run to watch the trains go by. Now they hardly ever come through. You can barely see the tracks or the trails. Nature is slowly reclaiming this place, but I can still feel the rhythm of those heavy wheels speeding down the line, matched by those feet beating against the ground. Elated to catch a moment of it all as a cool breeze passes through, pushing these old rusty chains. The ghosts of all the generations past push this old porch swing. That's one of my newer ones that has yet to be released.
Thumbs up from Hamlett as well as Haley Marie Manningley.
Oh, hey, Kentucky friends and my parents. Hi, Mom and Dad. Hi, Haley and Caleb. Miss y'all both. Hope you're having a good time in Arkansas and Kentucky, respectively. I just got to see my mom and dad not too long ago. That was nice. I haven't seen Haley and Caleb in a minute, though. Should probably get up there, make a trip. This next one is on a split vinyl with Mr. Mike Hewlett. Side one, track one, called Savage Land. rifle in his hands. We're stuck in an endless cycle no one seems to see, or maybe they don't want to understand. This has always been a savage land. Assimilation leads to decimation. That's the American way. We'll take the best of what you made, then wash the rest away. Oh, we stand with such great pride on achievements based in genocide. We've been looked upon as devils and gods, delivering the wrath of both. This has always been a savage land. This has always been a savage land. Oh, in the end, I guess we'll watch it all burn. Violent lives ending violently. No pearly gates, no lake of fire, just the hell we've created for ourselves. There's so much blood in the soil, it's a miracle anything will grow. Now we reap what we have sown. Eternal scorched earth, endless trails of tears, no shelter from the fallout. The blame is cast on made-up opposition, because who's going to accuse themselves? The differences we see are projected social constructs by the elected powers that be. This has always been a savage land. This has always been a savage land. Yeah. Oh, hey, Heather. She's local. That's good stuff. All right. This next song is called Coupe de Ville. And I don't know, am I allowed to swear on this? Oh, okay, cool. I always say, well, I don't always say, but whenever I'm in a room where I can say it, I always say that this song is about either a town, a car, or a whore. And you can decide which one or all of the above. Way off the map, down an old dirt road, there's a town where the soil is tainted. Plenty of seeds been planted, but no one reaps what they sow. Everyone drives the same Coupe de Ville. The townsfolk have this nasty habit of drinking whiskey by the gallon, then going for a joyride. Jalopi's got some miles on it, since the title's always changing hands. Everyone says it runs like an angel. The backseat's well weathered in that Coupe de Ville. A pack of swindlers, hustlers, and thieves make up this town's chamber of commerce. Baby, it's bad business. Business is booming. But no one wants to buy that old beat up Coupe de Ville. Left in a ditch on the side of the road. That old car sits worn, used, and abused. All parts scavenged, body eaten by rust. There's nothing left of that old Coupe de Ville. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. Yeah. My earpiece fell out.
Perfect timing then. Oh, I was gonna say, cussing is definitely loud, dude. My coworkers all know something's really wrong with me if I don't drop 1,000 F-bombs a day. All right, let me make sure I'm in the right part of the screen. I just realized I didn't switch the over.
We're not done yet.
Of course, no,
we're
not
just
at all.
Switching instruments, and Steve's gonna ask me some questions.
Yep, as is tradition, of course. It's good to have you on the show, Chris. Well, once again, this is the Merrycrest Sessions. So tell me, how did this music project get started? What's the origin story for Chris Hamlett here?
Oh man, this is actually, it's funny you should ask, Steve, because as coming next month will be 20 years playing solo.
Oh man!
So yeah, we're coming up on the 20-year anniversary. I was in punk rock bands. Thank you. I was in punk rock bands when I was younger, and the one that I had like put all my like heart and soul and dedication into just kind of like fell apart when we all went to college.
Oh, man.
And instead of like just trying to rebuild because of time and because of scheduling and everything else, I just started playing shows at coffee shops and stuff by myself. And it just kind of stuck. I was like, I played under pseudonyms for a few times, like very emo names like Lo-Fi Romance and stuff like that. But then finally, like when I did the records and stuff and I played all the instruments, I was like, this is dumb. I should just call it my name because it's me. I'm doing everything.
Respect. Hell yeah, man. So what type of influences do you look for when you're writing these songs? Any specific artists that you look to for inspiration or anything like that?
It waxes and wanes. Like when I first started, like I said, I was very much like into the sad boy music, like Cursive and Bright Eyes and stuff like that. The big like Saddle Creek scene out of Omaha.
All right.
And then as I got older, it became like William Elliott Whitmore and like I'm trying to think like Scott Byram, stuff like that, like more of the Bloodshot Records musicians and stuff like that. But I mean, there's just a myriad of influences out there. Like everybody is inspiration when you're a musician. So
awesome. So you've got your CashApp and Venmo available on the description. Of course, this is a free show, but donations are always appreciated. Where else can people find you? Do you have a website, social media? Where else can people find you?
Pretty much like Chris Hamlett Music is across the board, like Facebook, Instagram. That's my handle, Hamlett with 2 T's if you didn't already know. And then I do have an official website. It's just chrishamlettmusic.com. But yeah, I have a Bandcamp where you can find everything I've ever recorded, including like stuff that's out of print. That's just chrishamlett.bandcamp.com. And like there's a couple of fun little singles that I just did for the internet only that are up on there as well.
Nice.
So literally my entire, even the best and the worst are on Bandcamp, like even stuff that I'm a little bit embarrassed to admit ever existed. It's all there.
All right. So what do you have upcoming next? Any album releases or projects or any shows you'd like to plug on the way up here?
We are like currently recording some new tracks, but that's down the road. Me and Mike Hewlett, he's always like He's like my Sancho Panza when it comes to recording music and everything. But as far as the immediate future, I'll be at the High Tone on Friday, or not Friday, Saturday. Not Friday, but Saturday, the 23rd. We're doing a show called Stacked, and it very much is. It's me, Ryan Sissung, Dizzy Dolls, and the Doom. I want to make sure I get their name right. Pink Williams and Stupid Reasons. We're all going to be playing our most like progressive, radical songs that we have because we're all very much like progressive individuals.
Oh yeah, man.
We're going to be giving the door to the Memphis Bail Fund. So it's basically a charity event. We're just there to make some noise and raise some money for a noble cause. And it's going to be a great time. We're going to just fill the evening with music.
Respect. Awesome. Well, either way, I'll let the music continue in just a second here. Before I do, though, any just random people or anything specific you want to shout out before we keep the show on the road?
Oh, man, shout-outs. Well, shout out to my employer, I guess, for providing me with this beer for the show. That'll count.
Sponsorship plugs, there we go.
Right, yeah, unofficial sponsor of pretty much anything I do is Meddlesome Brewing Company because that's where I work, and I make beer there. Hi, Richie and Ben. I doubt either one of them are watching, but I'll say hey to them anyway. Yeah, well, really just shout out to anybody who's watching this. I appreciate you, and thanks for anybody who's supported me along the way. 20 years is a long time, but it's been a fun, wild ride, and I'm not done, so...
Damn straight. We still got more songs to go. Once again, this has been the Merrycrest Sessions here. I want to thank you all, as always, for supporting local music. We're also on every form of social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and Threads, depending on which one you're following us on from the link. The post-produced archive of the show is going to be available on Thursday morning. We want to thank all of those who are watching live with us here today. We'll be back next week with J.D. Rieger. But either way, let's let this music continue on. Thanks, as always, for listening and supporting, guys.
We're just going to check some levels right fast. I'm good. I meant more on your side if we need to do. Perfect. All right. Well, yeehaw. We're going to do a few banjo tunes for you. Well, things in town were a little tense after I helped my partner jump the fence. After busting him out of a Tijuana jail. So we hopped a train headed east, praying that once the search had ceased, we'd be sitting pretty down in the swamp. From the Rio Grande to the red, we won't stop until we're dead. Hey, hey, hey. Bandits took the train in Abilene, so we jumped off and fled the scene. Stole a car and continued on our trek. Stopped in Waco at a local saloon. That fire water had us howling at the moon, till the bartender said, "You devils had best get out." From the Rio Grande to the red, we won't stop until we're dead. Hey, hey, hey. The sheriff caught me driving drunk, so I stuffed his body in the trunk. After knocking him out with an empty whiskey bottle, now my cohort was seeing red. He said that cop should already be dead. So I bound and gagged him, stuck him back there too. From the Rio Grande to the red, we won't stop until we're dead. Now all that banging and clanging was hurting my head, so I drove that car into the River Red. Now we're all quiet, sinking into the silts. Whiskey River, take my mind, don't let her memory torture me. Whiskey River, don't run dry, after all, you're all I've got, take care of me. Whiskey River, take my mind, don't let her memory torture me. Whiskey River, don't run dry, after all, you're all I've got, take care of me. Well, I'm gonna lay down my burdens down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. I'm gonna lay down my burdens down by the riverside, and I ain't gonna worry no more. Yeah. Sorry, Steve. Hopefully that doesn't get you flagged for copyright.
I don't think so, yeah. Like I said, I've had way worse. I think it's really only comes along when there's electronic stuff. And, even then, we're fine.
I feel like it's not like
They haven't infracted me or banned or like removed any of my videos yet.
it's so far off from the original that I doubt it'll get flagged.
There might be an acknowledgement on YouTube saying, "Oh, this is copyright material, but they allow this on YouTube."
Yeah.
Very few people are that militant about this stuff. As long as you don't bust out any Metallica, it'll be just fine.
Oh boy, yeah. But Weezer can do it. That was a joke, yeah. All right, this next song is called Uncle Sonny, and it's about my Uncle Sonny. Well, Uncle Sonny said, boy, you gotta chop wood till you learn, you gotta do good. Yes, this world is tough indeed, but you can't let yourself be consumed by greed. Now it's time to be a man, so let's get some calluses on those hands. Now everyone hides behind a screen, it's the only time they say what they mean. Giving everyone a voice isn't always wise, but to me a man is measured by his work, not if he enjoys arguing for sport. And even if you win, what's there to show? Well, Uncle Sonny said, boy, you gotta chop wood till you learn, you gotta do good. Yes, this world is tough indeed, but you can't let yourself be consumed by greed. Now it's time to be a man, so let's get some calluses on those hands. Now what are you gonna do when you're on your own? I hope mama didn't raise no fool, 'cause the power can't be on all the time. There are things that will need fixing, and they don't bottle, oh, elbow grease. Well, Uncle Sonny said, boy, you gotta chop wood till you learn, you gotta do good. Yes, this world is tough indeed, but you can't let yourself be consumed by greed. Now Now it's time to be a man, so let's get some calluses on those hands. Hey, Uncle Sonny said, boy, you gotta chop wood till you learn, you gotta do good. Yes, this world is tough indeed, but you can't let yourself be consumed by greed. Now it's time to be a man, so let's get some calluses on those hands. All right! Yeah. A little hollering never hurt nobody. Hope y'all are still with us out there in cyberspace. On this, the Tuesdayest of Tuesdays. Cheers, everyone. I've got this pain in my chest, a tightness I can't shake, but I ain't afraid of dying. I'm just afraid of living scared. I don't mean to sound redundant. These carpe diem anthems get a little tiresome. I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel. I'm just trying to find a better way to roll. Live for the now, babe, cause we're all on borrowed time. Yeah, live for the now, babe, cause we're all on borrowed time. Yeah, live for the now, babe, cause we're all on borrowed time. Yeah, live for the now, babe, cause we're all on borrowed time. Now I've never wrestled any bears, but I've handled my share of snakes. Oh, their forked tongues are never afraid to wag. The sign on the bar says no weapons allowed, but you're still allowed to run your mouth. And that's the most dangerous weapon of all. Live for the now, babe, cause we're all on borrowed time. Yeah, live for the now, babe, cause we're all on borrowed time. Yeah, live for the now, babe, cause we're all on borrowed time. Yeah, live for the now, babe, cause we're all on borrowed time. These days there's a lot of mud being thrown, blind hate from misguided minds. I'd like to pick it all up and build an island, live off the grid and just be free. But bear in mind this one simple truth: when it's all said and done, nobody's better than anyone. We're all dirt in the end. Live for the now, babe, cause we're all on borrowed time. Yeah, live for the now, babe, cause we're all on borrowed time. Yeah, live for the now, babe, cause we're all on borrowed time. Yeah, live for the now, babe, cause we're all on borrowed time. Ooh, that was a nice little reverb moment there. That was cool. I'm going to go back to the guitar now. So as we did mention earlier, I have done a couple of records, like for real records. One split with Mr. Mike Hewlett, and then just recently, like the beginning of this year, I put out a 7-inch with Wasted a Whole Year on one side and Green Line Run, which is a little banjo track with Ethan Baker from Oak Walker and Mike Hewlett on the drums. And it came out real nice. Mike did a great job on the production and the drums, and we shot music videos for both tracks. And the Wasted the Whole Year video is very like serious and heavy, and my buddy Shane Ellis did all the shooting and production for that. So shout out to Shane Ellis for being an amazing videographer. And then Green Line Run was just this silly video we made on my cell phone where I'm running around in cutoffs doing stupid shit on the Green Line. Like chugging beers and doing shots of whiskey in the middle of the summer. It was, in retrospect, it was pretty, like, that was suffering for my art for sure, because, like, we would do a take, and it was me doing a whole shot of really hot bourbon, and then we were like, oh, crap, we didn't get it, we have to do it again. Okay, here we go. Like, pour another one, I guess, because, you know, you can't just drink tea, like, to, you know, I'm not a faker. Mm-hmm. Authenticity. That's what did Orville Peck say in that one show? I'm gonna go off on a segue for just a second. There's this show called This Is Pop on Netflix, and they do an episode about when country goes pop, and it's narrated by Orville Peck, who is fantastic. And pretty much the entire episode is talking about what is and is not authentic. And he's like, authenticity pops up on the screen, and he's like, one of them $7 words or something like that. It's really awesome. Highly recommend when you're done watching the Merrycrest sessions, go get on Netflix and watch This Is Pop, but only that episode, because the rest of it is kind of crap. But all of that to say, this is Wasted a Whole Year, and I have it on vinyl. You can order it off of Bandcamp. I tried drowning all my sorrows, but they ended up drowning me. Now I'm sunk here at the bottom, wasted a whole year. Flipped pages on a calendar, but the days all feel the same. A perpetual hangover, wasted a whole year. They say you shouldn't drink alone, your thoughts will get the better of you. But hey, we're all alone together, wasted a whole year. The bottle doesn't bring me solace, it's not the panacea I once thought, just a liquefied distraction, wasted a whole year. There is no end in sight, we've been failed at every turn. Looking back is all too easy, looking forward is so damn hard. But with one foot in front of the other, I'll get where I need to be. No, nothing can last forever, and and that's a good enough start for me. Empty bottles and heavy hearts keep piling up more and more. This ain't no way to live. Wasted a whole year. How can we shake this despondency when it's been reality for so long? Maybe next year will be better. Wasted a whole year. Yeah. Thank you, Internet land. We are still open for comments. We are taking questions, comments, and snide remarks. Hey, Bush. There's a member of the Racket Club. Oh, you. Not happening. We'll definitely get flagged for copyright infringement if I do that. Sorry, buddy. Maybe next live show. Next live show I see you at, I'll play it for you, I promise. Oh, if you've been tuning in this whole time, we were earlier talking about 20 years of playing music and everything, and I will be celebrating such at Meddlesome on October 15th, which is damn near to the day 20 years playing music. So October 15th, 4 to 6, I'll be in the tap room playing music. What is he saying now?
Take your shirt off then.
Oh, it's so hot I might. Can we get flagged for copyright infringement and inappropriate content at the same time? Nudity. We're going for the twofer. First time for everything. This song is called Never Shake a Crooked Hand. It is also on that split vinyl that I have with Mike Hewlett. All of those things can be found on my Bandcamp, which is chrishamlett.bandcamp.com. And yeah, I have 2 more songs. Excuse me, little hiccup. I'm also like out of beer, so it's time to wrap this up. Never shake a crooked hand, 'cause they've got twisted plans and they hold unsteady guns. So tie that blindfold tight and Lord, let thy name be true, 'cause I can't take another miss. Oh, never shake a crooked hand, never meet any of their demands, lest you find a knife in your back. Oh, never shake a crooked hand, let your own convictions withstand, 'cause crooked hands pick up no slack. your grip, and through their fingers our hopes will slip, leaving us empty-handed. They'll gladly point the way down past that always end where they began, just to keep you occupied. Oh, never shake a crooked hand, never meet any of their demands, lest you find a knife in your back. Oh, never shake a crooked hand, let your own convictions withstand, 'cause crooked hands pick up no slack. One more time. They'll rely on our complacency. What we need will never ever be. Well, it's time to call their bluff. So raise a steady hand, questions answered yield solid plans, and there's no time for being idle. Oh, never shake a crooked hand, never meet any of their demands, lest you find a knife in your back. Oh, never shake a crooked hand, let your own convictions withstand, 'cause crooked hands pick up no slack. Thank you very much. Thanks for singing along, Internet Land. All right. This is my final song for the evening. I want to thank Steve for having me on the Merrycrest sessions. This is my first one. It's been a pleasure. Thanks to all of you for watching. Wow. Old Zuck is up in his game. Anyway, yeah, it's my final song. I've been closing out shows with this song for longer than I care to admit. The song is called Johnny Law is Out Drinking. All is quiet on the riverfront as we gather at the sanctuary to let the spirits lift our spirits from the everyday mundane. The double doors swing open and in walks Johnny Law. He's got whiskey in his sights and there's gonna be a shootout tonight. Now women, lock up your children, men, lock up your wives, 'cause Johnny Law's out drinking and no one will survive. The common folk are revolting simply because they're revolted with the men designated to serve and protect. since he's slurring, drooling and screaming, he knows he has carte blanche to cause a scene. 'Cause when Johnny Law holds all the cards, there is no get out of jail free. Now women, lock up your children, men, lock up your wives. 'Cause Johnny Law's out drinking and no one will survive. Now I'm drunk in a jail cell. Johnny Law's drunk in his car. Everyone's drinking in the chapel, and no one is drunk in the bar. At least not yet. The town is in chaos. Looters shatter windows, take what they can hold. Johnny Law loads more ammo into the barrel of his throat. He flashes a toothy smile, swears as long as he can shoot straight, everything will be under control. They see me rolling, they're hating, patrolling, they're trying to catch me riding dirty. Thank y'all so much. My name is Chris Hamlett with 2 T's. This has been the Merrycrest Sessions. Thank y'all for having me.
What he said. Thanks so much for tuning to the Merrycrest Sessions once again. This has been Chris Hamlett. Be sure to follow him on all of his socials as if you haven't already. And once again, follow us and like and subscribe on our socials as well. Once again, we're on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, and YouTube. The post-produced archive of the show is going to become available on Thursday morning. As always, thanks for supporting local music. We'll be back next week with JD Rieger. Thanks again, y'all. See you next time.